EST Tuesday morning, September the 26th, 2023. And we are in the last few days of the calendar quarter as far as working days are concerned. I believe Monday is the first. Let me take a quick gander at the calendar here and see if that's the case. Let's see. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, so Monday's the 2nd. So by the time Monday hits, it'll probably be a volatile day trading. There's a lot of money was on the sidelines waiting for the fiscal month to end, and so as that money heads back into the market over next week, as the positioning happens, as the rebalancing is done, I think we might end up seeing some pretty interesting stuff happen. Okay, so for now, we are in the last few days of the quarter. And trading is going to be relatively slow, right? So we talked about that yesterday. And so go ahead and take a look. Go over to our YouTube. You know, that is part of our free show that we do every single day from 8:30 EST to 9. We do that for beginner traders who are on our, in our private group. That's why we started this, but I went ahead and I made it available to the public as basically a form of advertisement. To be utterly honest, I'm like, hey, if I'm going to do an extra, bid here, I'm going to, for beginners, well, most people are in that category, but the people who actually designed this show will be our clients who have questions. So, if anybody does have questions over at Algo Factory, if you ask me those questions, I will design an entire show around your question, right? And that usually happens during this session, although I'm happy to keep that going through the private session, which is also right after this for another hour. So head to the website, zap the QR code, go check us out. All right. And if you're watching on YouTube, do the whole thumbs up, subscribe, like, follow thing, all that stuff they always say. It's like such a meme. The life is a meme. All right. So the gorilla is not on yet. I haven't heard from the guy. Usually he'll tell me it's, I'll be on this, I'll be on a little late or whatever. No word from the guy. Hope he's all right. I know what happens with him. Here he is right here. Holy crap. Let's bring him on. Gorilla.
Hey, what do you mean?
What's that?
What happens with who?
You. I was going to tell him that in the morning, you're usually catching up on international calls. So sometimes you might show up.
I'm really shaving my back.
Yeah.
I just tell people I'm catching up on international stuff, so I seem important to people. That's really it. I'm just shaving my back and my legs. It's a lot of hair back there.
Those drips that we get on Thursday, the private information, those usually are the result of those international calls. So if the gorilla comes on a little bit late, I'm gonna be happy for it.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so we're having a quiet week. It's the end of the quarter.
It's the end of the
quarter.
So
you're gonna have a lot of really shitty trading, quite frankly. The trades I've been on have been lightweight trades, and a lot of them are losing. And it's just because the market's going to be really slow right now. That's how it is.
Yep.
Just, money's on the sidelines. When money's on the sidelines, all you have are small accounts trading. When you have small accounts trading, you get a lot of chop. And then you have the large money basically taking advantage of the chop, making money on the churn, doing a lot of stop runs, things like that. So if you're trading this week and you're trading large money, you're basically a crackhead, because there's really not a lot of money to be made. Yeah, sure, you can try to surf the news, some Powell talks tomorrow, and then you can, try to ride what he says, and he just makes hawkish comments. And I mean, hey, by all means, if you have an algorithm and that algorithm is able to predict what Powell is going to say, and that's, if you have a history of success with that, then, that is something that you can do. I've never heard of anybody with such an algorithm, and those who say they have it, I don't really believe them, because you can't predict what they're going to say. It's just not really possible. A lot of what they say, I think, is designed to take people's trades out. So,
well, I have a friend of mine. He says he's a time traveler, and he says he can tell.
Yeah, like Barron Trump.
How did you know about Barron Trump, man?
The time travel machine.
Have you seen the cover of the book?
A long time ago, yeah.
You can't tell me that doesn't look like Barron Trump.
Sure, yeah.
Think about it. It looks like Barron Trump. His dad is called the Don.
Yeah.
And he lives in a place called Trump Tower in New York City.
Is that real?
Yeah, dude, I kid you not.
But this book is supposedly was written like 100 years ago, but it's probably like written about 100 days ago.
No, it's actually really written 100 years ago. That book's been in over 100 years ago. That is a fact.
They've authenticated that book.
Yeah, that book's real, dude.
Okay.
You can buy it on Amazon. Like it's there. The story goes that they live in a tower called Trump Tower. His dad is like the wisest grand magician. He travels through the underground corridors of planet Earth, like the Hollow Earth kind of thing. And the Trump Tower is located in New York City, and they're presiding over a time in America where there's a lot of strife and the social fabric of things are falling apart. So that's kind of freaky. You know, you could just, but it's just funny that that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
It is very odd.
It's a little odd. Yeah. You know, I mean, what does that mean? You know, does that mean that because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the Q thing is just a psyop. You know, it's a bunch of people. It's BS. So, I mean, did they plan this 100 years ago? I mean, how does that even happen? You know, is it just a grand coincidence?
I think it's a grand coincidence.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. I don't know. Whatever. You know, I trade. I don't fucking care about that stuff. Excuse my language. So, but yeah. So we're just hanging out. We can look at some charts. We got. I know Cool Cat. Over in the private room, we got some people right here. We got Jay Martin, our faithful listener over here. We got a few more listening now. But yeah, Cool Cat's like more important things to focus on. Because yeah, the whole
there isn't. There's white hats and black hats and pink hats and blue hats, and they're all fighting for control of America.
Yeah, okay, Bix.
Oh, what?
I miss Bix. Do you ever talk to him anymore?
I haven't gotten a chance to catch up with Bix.
He's a nice guy.
I love Bix.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and it was always refreshing to have somebody on with a positive spin, even though, maybe I don't agree with him, but, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's refreshing like a glass of cold water.
The Fed is going to... The Fed and the U.S. economy in general is going to need a lot of positive spin in the next 12 months.
Oh, geez. Yeah. I mean, it is. I don't know. I mean, it's if you ask me, interest rates going up to crash, companies that should be crashed anyway. That's a positive enough spin for me. I was talking to Kung Fu yesterday, and our friend Kung Fu, and he's like, he was like basically saying everything's going to crash, and it could crash pretty hard. I'm like, good. I invest in real assets, and I trade currencies. So if everything crashes, then I'm going to make a lot of money. I position myself to profit if everything crashes hard, right?
I invest in plungers.
Plunger. That's the funniest video, dude. You sent me another one I wasn't able to get to because I was just, dealing with, new parent stuff. I got to get to that one. There's, I got to look at that. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. But yeah, Jay remembers Hump Day with Bix. That's the first, Hump Day with Bix was the first Rogue program that I ever
That was the first Rogue program. And then Bix was like, I'm going to do my own YouTube show. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did pretty well there for a while.
He did.
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people did great if they started crypto shows in like 2016.
Yep.
But then like if all you had was crypto, then your audience fell apart after that.
Yeah.
That's I'm not putting him down. But I know he's, he probably has people who listen to him every day now. I mean, he's probably got a core group, right?
Yeah.
He got to be doing his thing still. He had the Roto-Rooter. He had a lot of people listening to him on his private shows. But yeah, Jay, yeah, that's that's how it is after a while. If you kind of have that one, idea, then it's going to feel repetitive. After a fashion, life is repetition. But look, I'm gonna put you this way: if life is going to be repetition, I want it to be profitable. Right? Because I want to be repetitively profitable. So what we do here is I develop a trading algorithm, and I just do the same thing over and over, and that's that. So what I've been working on doing, and I'm now in this category, and I'll show you guys right now, guys and gals. I have already shown you this, but I will show it to you again. Give me 1 second to get everything properly shared here. Go to share the damn screen. Share it now.
Share it.
Share it. Yeah, you see here, this is MetaTrader, and I cannot zoom MetaTrader in for some reason. I haven't found a way to do it. Because view, usually you hit view and you can zoom, right? But I'm on view. There's a full screen chart. Let's escape from that. That doesn't help me. All right, view. Terminal. Okay. I just kind of screwed myself here. Let me see. Charts, full screen. Let's undo full screen. There we go. So this is MetaTrader. What you're seeing on the screen are the actual trades I'm testing. This is a demo account. Technically, it's in profit right now. But what's going on here is I am running trades almost nonstop. I'll shut it off right at the market close. But this is just running trades for me automatically through a demo account, which means it's fake money. And then I'm going to take this data after like a couple months, and I'm going to dissect it. And I'm going to say, okay, which Forex pair, because this is all in Forex, which Forex pair gives me the best results? And what time does this give me the best results? Do I need to turn it on at this time, turn it on at that time? And I'm going to go ahead and go through all the data, sift through, collate, dissect, and figure out how, like what time to run, what assets to run, what time not to run, and then I can take that and apply it. So even if you build a trading algo, right, you need to make sure. Oh shoot, what happened? Did you jump off?
That was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
Where'd you leave off?
Hold on.
Yeah, you're there. You're in.
Hey, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Dude, that was wild. The whole system went down and turned back on.
Systems go down.
They're after me, man.
They're after you.
Yeah, because I'm working with the rainbow hats and the pink hats and the blue hats.
Rainbow hats.
And we're fighting the black hats.
Right. That's they're going after you. So what I'm talking about here is, I don't know where you left off, but
I heard plunger was the last thing I heard you say.
Plunger. So basically, once this data is sifted through, right, what I can do is understand how to work this algo, because a lot of people have this impression that you build a trading algo and it just trades for you and you can walk away for 5 years and come back and have millions. That's not how it works. A lot of people actually prefer to trade manually and not automate. It's very common in the trading world. Why would that be? Why would it be that you would prefer to actually sit in front of a computer and pick your trades, right? Because that kind of sounds like it doesn't make sense. Well, this is why. These algos take a lot of work to get them into a profitable situation, okay? And what I mean by that is what I just described. I'm running this thing. I'm going to run it for months, right? And I'm going to determine what time of day is best, which of these pairs is best. I have to go through the data. I have to collate. People don't want to do that. People are just effing lazy. Like, that's a fact. I mean, I've had people that are claiming, I went through your material and I feel like I'm not getting it. And I'm saying, oh, okay, what do you not get? Well, what, and the individual might be listening to this right now because it's actually a current scenario, but it's a private scenario. No one really knows who they are because it's via email, but I'm just going to go ahead and say what's happening. And then if somebody wants to leave us, that's fine. But basically the person says, well, for example, I've watched all your shows and I don't understand what's going on. I said, okay, what don't you understand? He says, well, maybe it's because I didn't start at the beginning. And I said, oh, okay, well, let me show you what the beginning is. And I kind of did a screenshot. I say, you go from here to here, you start on this course and you move through this course. And that's how you do it. And he goes, oh, no, that's what I did. I started there. I said, okay. I said, so what is it you're not understanding? He goes, well, what is the software you're using? And what are its capabilities? Like, okay, we use TradingView.
What?
Yeah. You've seen the videos, V. You know what I'm about to say right now.
Oh, man.
I said, we use TradingView. And, here's a website where you can get it. And if you had watched our videos, it's one of the first things we introduce. We tell you what the
web-based
software is,
program.
and I show you how to use it, and we show you many of the capabilities as it applies to algorithms. So I don't think you've really watched these videos, right? So, here's the thing about like when you work for yourself. There's a lot of people. I don't know if this individual is self-employed. I don't know what their history is. I know nothing about this person. So I'm not bagging on somebody in particular. But a lot of people who've never worked for themselves don't understand self-accountability. Okay. So when you work for yourself, if you do not work, you do not make money. Most people they report to a boss, right? They go, they get told what to do, they do these tasks, they receive a paycheck at the end of the week or the end of every 2 weeks. And if they have their boss tells them what to do, right? That is a life as a trader that doesn't apply, right? If I don't work, I don't make money. That's why I only took 2 days of paternity leave, right? Fortunately, I have family here to help me with that. But the reality is that you're not accountable to me in this. You want to come to Algo Factory, to me and V, you don't report to us, right? You're not accountable to us. You're accountable to yourself.
Because this is your business.
This is your business.
That's the attitude that everybody should have. This trading it shouldn't be a hobby. I mean, you can make it a hobby if you wanted to. But our dream, our goal for you guys is that you guys take what we teach you and make it a business for yourself.
That's what it is. And when you have your own business, the only person you can lie to is yourself. It doesn't matter what I think. You know what I'm saying? My opinion of how you are progressing is only important as that relates to how I can help you progress. My opinion of how you're progressing is not relevant to your success, except for how V and I can help you progress. That's the only thing that matters when it comes to your progression and how you're doing and what you're doing and what videos you look at and all that stuff. What you're doing, if you're back testing, if you're not back testing, if you're, how much time you're spending or whatever it is, your discipline, your work ethic, that none of that, our opinion of you is irrelevant. Your success is going to be solely determined by your work ethic and your work ethic alone. I mean, I've seen people who, didn't really do that great in math, and they have made trading a success for themselves, right? I've seen people who, feel that perhaps they didn't have the aptitude because they are not, don't have a certain level of education or whatever that might be. I've seen that, and they have become successful in trading. Why? Because they put in the work. What is it? Success is like, 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration, isn't it? If y'all have heard that saying, it's all about hard work. And so, if you're going to do this, you got to do it. If you're going to be a trader, you got to get in, you got to do the work, right? And I've said this many times, like if I were to create a video series based on trading, right? If I were going to begin A to Z, soup to nuts, it would be thousands of videos, and I'd still be making it after 5 years. It's ridiculous, right? Because trading is a very broad topic. So what we do is we put you on the path. We give you the basics as relates to algo trading, and we even give you some of the basics to trading in general. We do that, so the very basics that are involved in trading, a lot of that's available with us. But very commonly, like I did, there's going to be a lot of self-study. There's going to be a lot of self-discovery. There's going to be internet searches. There's going to be asking YouTube your question. There's going to be, and I can't tell you how many times people have asked me a question, and I'd said, okay, if you simply type your question into YouTube or Google, you will get a myriad of very good answers. And I'm happy to go over with some of those answers with you, right? I was just talking with my dad yesterday, and, I went through Boy Scouts. Okay, I'm actually an Eagle Scout. And there's a lot of people don't understand what the value is in scouts. They don't get it. To become an Eagle Scout, to do what it takes to actually be an Eagle Scout, you really got to understand how to use your own resources. You got to be a self-starter. You got to put together community service projects with hundreds of hours. You got to get together other kids and herd those cats into doing, you got to get businesses to donate supplies, and you have to learn all kinds of different things. You got to learn a huge platter smorgasbord of things. It's a big deal. It's a big accomplishment. It takes years. But what you learn is, we go on the campouts, and these campouts are run by the boys, right? The adults don't have any say. They're just there to make sure you don't die, right? But besides that, it's the kids who run everything. They run all the meetings. They decide where to go. They do all the map orienteering. They do everything. So when you have that much responsibility at a young age, like Ross Ulbricht, who ran the Silk Road, that's an Eagle Scout, right? I guarantee you, if he hadn't had that experience, he probably wouldn't have had the success he had on the Silk Road, if you take away all of the moral issues that came along with that, right? The ability to put such a thing together comes from a work ethic, somebody who understands how to organize, and quite frankly, somebody who understands how to lead men, okay? So, in this scenario, those who do not have that experience get to have a crash course in being a self-starter, get to have a crash course in understanding that if you want this, you have to really want it. If you want to be successful, you got to be willing to put in a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It doesn't have to, be a lot of work every week. It can be 5 hours a week. It doesn't have to be 20 hours a week. You can do it slowly. And at $50 a month, that's possible. And I'm going to let you know, it's going to be not long from now, because we haven't even launched our advertising campaign. We have not advertised yet. And when we do, there's going to be a point that we reach relatively soon, where we're going to change the price, and it's going to go up. And those who got in at $49.99 a month, which is basically free for we should be charging hundreds of dollars a month, because I know what our competition charges, and we're better than them. We're doing this extremely low price for those who want to trust us with their time and money early. Okay. So if you're in now, you're going to keep the same price for that same tier of service, which is a humongous value. You have no idea what this is worth at $49.99 a month. If you were not with us right now at this price, you have no idea what this is worth. The reason you would not have this subscription at this price is because you do not know what you're getting. You have no idea what this is worth. Look at V the Gorilla, the kind of things he does, the amount of different shows he does. He is on here every single day, and usually for an hour and a half a day. If you don't understand what V does in the background, and he's willing to spend an hour and a half on this every single day, that should tell you a lot about what this is worth, what Algo Factory is. And we're going to push this out to a much bigger audience pretty soon. And when we do, it will not be long after that the price goes up. So if you're not with us now, I would recommend considering that. And remember that this is something that you have to want. Your success is going to be solely dependent on your work ethic and how badly you want it. V, give us that send off. Let's go to the private group.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, look, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, and don't masturbate. Join algofactory.tech. Make a positive impact on your bottom line. The whole thing is this. It's like anything good in this world doesn't come easy, right? Dude,
let me say one thing real quick. But this is an opportunity to where if you're able to be successful, you're creating effectively a money printer. Do you think that's going to come easy?
No, 100%. We're teaching you.
Do you think that's easy? Because if it was easy,
to make free money at this point.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
100%. I mean, what we're teaching you is how to construct your own free money printing machine. It's just that simple. Whether you want to have that printer, grabbing $100 a day from the market, which is if it grabs $100 a day.
And we're not guaranteeing any kind of result.
Anything, but let's just say
we're just saying it's possible.
Hypothetically speaking, for entertainment purposes only, right? You create a money printing machine that's going to grab $100 a day compounded. You do the math on that one. I'll leave you to it. Have fun with that. Okay, that's life-changing money for a lot of people.
If you just want to get back your $50 a month, what does that come out to? About $1.25 a day.
$1.25 a day. Less than the price of coffee, man.
Oh yeah.
You show me in America where you can get coffee for $1.25. Now I'm not talking about these seedy gas stations that you can go into, but what cafe? I'm talking about reputable coffee shops. What reputable coffee shop could you go into and get a cup of coffee for $1.25? It doesn't exist.
Do they even have Do they even have gas stations where you can get $1.25 coffee? Is that even a thing?
Yeah, I mean, you'll find them, but they're like these. It's coffee you don't want to drink. Trust me.
It's terrible coffee.
Jesus Christ. Ugh. It's like coffee with people with no taste buds and no class. It's just I can't do it. I respect myself too much.
It's got the chemical aftertaste.
Yeah, chemical taste, burnt. It's disgusting. It's all watered down, garbage. Ugh.
And it tastes like it has like a metallic taste to it.
It's just terrible, man. Terrible. I'm talking about cafe quality, folks. I'm talking about cafe quality. And that's what we're serving here. We're teaching you how to build your own money printing machine so you could have free money, real money, free money, if you do it right. And here's the thing.
Or, and let's be fair. Let's be fair. It's not exactly free because you have to spend your time, right? You got to spend your, that's your payment.
Yeah, that's your payment. That's your toiling in the desert, so to speak, right? And here's the deal. There's two things in life. You can either have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The choice is yours.
Ooh, that's good. I like that, dude. That's beautiful.
You have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Cowboy, let's get